Hello, I'm Pastor Joe, and welcome to Impacts. Impacts is a teaching series where I try to give you some very practical helps and tips to nurture your faith in, your commitment to, and ultimately your relationship with Jesus Christ. You know, over the years, I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with people who want to grow deeper in their faith, who want to feel closer with God, who want to nurture that relationship. But the problem is, we all have the same issue, and that is time, a lack of time. Our schedules are crammed full. But today I want to offer you 5 tips, 5 suggestions to help you nurture your relationship with God and to nurture your time so that you can have regular time daily with God. So come on, let's get started. You know, one of the very real problems we do face today is time. Our lack of time. It can be crippling. We live in a fast-paced, fast food, overnight delivery kind of society. We have this mentality, sadly, that the busier we are, the more important we are. That the more things we can have on our schedule, that maybe the more important we are. And it is, in many ways, killing us. It often hurts our relationships with our spouse. It hurts our relationship with our family. But most importantly, it hurts our relationship with God. You know, many people make Sunday worship a priority, and that is great. That's important. But once a week is just not enough time to really nurture and deepen your faith in God. It is vital that we set aside regular time, daily time, to spend with God. And so today I want to give you some ideas that will help you to do just that. So the first thing that I want to encourage you to do is make spending regular time with God a priority. Now, I'm not here to say that when you make it a priority, it's automatically going to happen. I'm not that naive. It just won't happen. But I can pretty much guarantee this. If all you do is say, I want to spend more time with God, I want to nurture my relationship with God, I can pretty much guarantee that it's not going to happen. You need to make it a priority. All of us are busy, but yet we do make time. We find the time to do those things that are important to us. I usually use this as kind of jokingly, but there's a lot of truth in it. I don't care how busy you are, we all eat. We're going to find the time to eat so we can nurture and care for our bodies. So by making your regular time with God a priority in your life, you are more likely to find the time to do it. Now, the second suggestion I have is to be ready. That sounds a little odd, but let me explain what you mean. You know, it's not too many years ago, I can remember that I would be somewhere and I would think, man, if I just had my Bible or my devotion book with me, I could read it. But sadly, it was at home or it was at the church on my desk. That's really not such an issue today. If you have one of these, if you have a smartphone, then there's a couple of apps you can get that's going to help you in this process. One, there are a couple of e-readers. There's a lot of them, but Nook app or the Kindle app are both free. And if you have an account there, you can buy a devotional book, for instance. You can actually also buy a Bible. And then wherever you are, as long as you got your phone, you've got that. You can also, if you don't already, you can go to your app store and you can download a free Bible app. A popular one is called YouVersion. Just go to your app store and put in YouVersion and it'll pop up. It might actually say just Bible, but download that. It's got so many different translations of the Bible, I suspect that either your favorite or one that you like will be included. So if you do that, or if you've got an e-reader that you have a devotion book on, no matter where you are, if the time or when the time comes, you're ready. And you can do that time with God. Spend that time reading or whatever. And then I would encourage you to set a goal. How much time can you do? Now, if you decide, you know what, if I spend 30 minutes to an hour a day with God, that would be really good. And I'm not going to argue that, but that's a lot of time, and that may be a little bit ambitious to begin with. My suggestion to people is, can you set aside 5 minutes a day? 5 minutes a day. That's only 300 seconds. 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's that 5 minutes after you get to work before you go in. Maybe it's that 5 minutes when you were sitting waiting to pick up your child. Maybe it's your 5 minutes that you would normally do, take a break at work or wherever you are. 5 minutes. Maybe that's a goal. You may want more. You can work up to that, but set a reasonable goal that you can, for the most part, reach. 5 minutes. So you've made it a priority. You've got your apps or whatever you need, so you're always ready, and you set that goal. Now decide how are you going to fill that time. You might take that, let's say 5 minutes. We're going to stick with that 5 minute suggestion. You may decide you want to do that 5 minutes and read a devotional. That's great. Then when that 5 minutes comes, do that. You may decide you want to read the Bible. Do that. How do you do it? My suggestion is read a chapter a day. Start with the Gospels. That's an easy place to begin. 1 chapter a day. Okay? Then tomorrow you can read another one. You might then, as this becomes routine, you want to add a little bit of time perhaps, read 1 chapter and your daily devotional. So you can combine those. But set a goal that you can do. How are you going to fill that time? That's what this one is. But so how are you going to fill that time? So decide that. So make spending time with God a priority. Get yourself ready. Have your resources ready. Set a goal, a time goal of what you can reasonably try to set aside each day, and then decide how you're going to fill that time. The last thing I would suggest to you, and this is really important, is to be gracious. There will be days when life is so hectic, busy, and crazy that you're not going to get around to that 5 minutes. There's going to be days that maybe you're so busy you forget. There's going to be days that just things keep coming up or what have you. Maybe you're sick, you don't feel good, I don't know. But be gracious. The goal of all of this is not to be legalistic. It is to help nurture your faith in and your commitment to relationship and your relationship with Jesus Christ. It is to help create a routine so that you can spend regular time with God. So don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. But what I would encourage you, if you miss a day, try extra hard the next day to have that time. Don't try to make up your reading. Just go to the day, either pick up on your Bible reading or go to today's devotional reading or what have you. Don't try to make it up. Don't try to do double the time. Just forgive yourself for that time and move on. Be gracious. Well, look, I thank you for joining me today. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. I hope that it will help you nurture your relationship with God and Jesus Christ, and that it will help you to spend that regular time with Him. If you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe to my channel. Take the time to like this video and to hit like. I encourage you to share this video with others. Well, look, I hope that you'll join me next week. And until then, I pray that God's blessings will continue to be with you.